Well, hello. Hello, hello. I tried to start this on my iPad where I could see everybody's comments and everything better, and it didn't work out. So, wife and family, wife and kid, they're, hey Bob, I'm glad that the knife got to you. Like I said, I did not sharpen that because it was pretty sharp. The giveaway knife I sent you was pretty sharp already. How is the day? Today's been a pretty good day so far. I actually overslept this morning. I got all of my LLC paperwork. What's going on, Devness? I got all my LLC paperwork in the mail yesterday. I was going through a bunch of it. There's a lot of paperwork that I have to submit. I am just getting around to a bunch of other stuff. This ZT, I cut a finger notch in, finger choil in on this ZT, getting ready to I use them a lot. I use those Vinev diamond stones a lot, especially on the harder steels. Most of the reason is my other stones have started getting fairly thin. They have actually started getting fairly thin. I still use the other stones a lot. I actually sharpened two of the Baron Forge cons. One of them is in Damasteel. I did another one. There was actually only two of them in Damasteel. I guess that there were two individuals that purchased Damasteel and bought it to the guys. But here's a standard. It's got brass inlays. These are really nice knives. It's just not a blade style. I told Elliot that. I was saying something about the Persian style. The Sinkovich designs, I didn't even like those. They're don't get me wrong, they are a beautiful, beautiful knife, very well designed, really comfortable. I'm just not a fan of the Persian style design. I'm just not a fan of the Persian blade style, so I just have to say that it's just not a blade style that appeals to me, so it's just not something I would buy. But I do have to say, they are, now that these are 100% in-house, I want you to look at this. These are hand ground blades, hand assembled. Basically, they are no break-in. There's no break-in. This knife basically came off the bench, put together, and then handed to me. That's how smooth they are. So I did those two this morning, and then I'm doing this one. So you guys watched that video. My friend Dennis, he's a professional boxer. He is Russian. This knife came from Russia. Apparently this knife was made in the metal shop in a Russian prison. And I mean, it is a very nice knife. Fairly thin blade stock, but it's a fairly nice knife. Decorative, some decorative, looks like maybe some acid etching, but I told Dennis I would sharpen it for him. But it's got stag handles and good bit of engraving done on it. But that one's gonna get done last, and then I have to get a hold of Dennis and take that to him and give it back to him. Not a great sheath. So, but like I said, I did a full finger choil on this for a customer. I'm just getting around to sharpening it. I have to invoice all the knives in there. I have to invoice, but we are going to talk about something. I'm going to put it in a video later. There will be no more pay after. It's just gotten to where too many people have. One person and I'm not going to mention it. I talked to one person yesterday, and it was completely by accident. Too much stuff. They kind of went overboard with what they. And it just, you know, I made some concessions for that person. But from now on, there's not going to be any more pay after. I can't. I've got stuff that's been sitting in my house for more than a month that I'm just waiting on getting paid. I've done the work. So I'm just waiting on invoice. I made a knife for a guy and haven't gotten paid yet. And if, you know, it went off for sheath and I still haven't got paid. So that's no longer going to be the business practice. I have to admit, I liked doing it that way, guys. I liked services rendered and then payment. But we're not going to do that anymore. I actually changed my standard pricing structure email and things that I send out. It's basically going to be, I send you an estimate. Estimates due prior to shipment. You ship it, you send me the PayPal, and then say that you send me a knife and we work out the estimate. I give you you know, and then we find that it's going to cost a little bit more. Then we work that out at the end. But the estimate, paid up front. I can't pay my mortgage on IOUs, you know? So basically that's, I talked to a couple people and I said, you know, you're basically the last couple people that are going to be able to do it this way. So it's not going to be any different than any other vendors that you deal with, like going to Amazon or anything like that. I was talking to somebody who's like, you know, I hope people don't have a problem with it because it's going to basically be like ordering something on Amazon. You pay for it before they ever send it. So basically it's going to be like paying for stuff before you ship it to me. That's basically the only way I'm going to do it now. Like I said, I've got a knife in there that I was expecting to have gotten paid for 2 weeks ago. Came back from sheath, reached out to the guy, said he didn't have PayPal. We said we're going to do it Western Union. I haven't heard anything in 2 weeks. I got to pay rent. Or pay my mortgage. You know, I've got people that have ordered things, and then I've done the work and things like that, and I've never heard anything back from them. This is several times this has happened now. So, but back to this. Once this is done, I'm gonna get a hold of this guy. This I think came out great. This knife definitely needed a choil. What do you guys think? Think it looks like a factory choil? I really didn't even screw up the profile of I brought it right into the profile of the Hinderer style finger tab, or flipper tab, I mean. So, but like I said, with the wife and kid being gone, I don't have any distractions. Yeah, I spent time with them. I did get behind a little bit. I'm finishing stuff up that I definitely wanted to have done sooner, but you know, I'm not going to get to see the wife and kid for like 60 days. So that took a little bit of precedence. I had to make that conscious decision, but we are back at it. But I did oversleep this morning. Last vacation day, sharpening. You make, I'll buy, pay in advance. Admiration. Well, you already paid, and as soon as I get belts ordered, I'm going to start on yours. Have yours, and then, Yakov, I've got to get with you about what was it you said, 5? Your coworkers are interested in some of the knives. That won't be such a big push. The neck knives aren't that time consuming. I just have to get belts on order. So I'm going to have to talk to you about that, because I will have to probably take money up front for that. 7 now? Okay. Yeah, I do. So I have to, because when I do stuff like refinish, I had to take this knife completely apart, take the blade out to cut in the choil. So yes, I do offer a spa service. Depends on the type of knife. Like if you're sending me a Brian Nadu Sharp by Design, it takes about an hour to get one of those apart without damaging the knife, because they're really hard to get apart. You want something like that done on a knife like that, that's a negotiable price. Spa service usually adds, depending on the knife, between, you know, $5–10, depending on what you want done. If yes, I do blade. I will refinish blades, ceramic, anodizing. You want bead blast, tumble? Um, I can do all that. Any of that stuff, you go into the description of this and you'll see my email and my text message, and it will be right there. And you can get in touch with me, and I will send you my shipping address, my price, my standard pricing, and all you have to do is include a note on what you want, and we can work out the details. I will send you the estimate for you to pay up front. Well, Robert, yours has already been paid for. Your two are first, and I already know what I want to do on them. And Yakov, your stuff, use React Future. I think I've sharpened a couple of the React Futures. And ZT, your grinds are always require a bit of. Integral with the inlay. I would have to see some pictures and stuff like that before I decide what I can and can't do on it. So, depending on what the inlay material and stuff like that is. Who said something? Somebody said something. Bring you guys closer so I can see what's going on here. Peter! Peter, your stuff is packed up and ready to go tomorrow with the rest of the stuff that I'm finishing today. What was that, Peter? Do I have any cool knives? What? Did I get any cool knives in? No. I am going to tell you guys about these here in a minute. I'm going to sell, I have two Browse that I'm trying to sell. Two Browse blades that I've had for a while that I'm trying to sell. I was going to keep them because I do like them. Give me a second to make sure I got this. Send you something cool. I can take a shit in a Ziploc and send it to you. I'll show you one of them I'm selling. This one I was gonna keep for myself, and I realized it. Have I done what before? No. I was gonna keep this because I really liked it, but it never gets any pocket time, so I am gonna get rid of it. This was a run of 250 of the Silent Soldier XL full titanium, number 200. No, I've never done that. And I never sharpened it or anything, but I was going to offer that if anybody wanted it, I would anodize it. It would be part of the price. Talked to Jason, and he said anodizing it, he's seen the work I do. He said, I asked him specifically, I said, if I anodize it, is that going to affect the warranty if I sell it to someone? And he said no. So he's pretty cool about it. It's just how my brain works, Bradley. Things like that just pop out. I say things. You can ask Peter. We had a conversation on the phone that lasted about an hour yesterday. And random things just fly out of my mouth. I have a fairly quick wit. So I hate when my wife leaves. There's so many things that I don't realize. There's so many things that I don't realize my wife does until she leaves. And then once she does leave, I'm like, oh, fuck, I gotta do all this. I mean, just those simple things, like yesterday was trash day, and not even so much the laundry. Laundry is not that, I was a military guy, so I have like 30 days worth of, 30 or 40 days worth of laundry, worth of underwear and stuff. So, I mean, I can get by with stuff like that. It's all the little things, like yeah, I take the garbage out, but usually it's already like in the kitchen, and all the little trash cans, like there's one in the living room, there's one in the bathroom, there's one upstairs, and all that stuff's already been all compiled, and the one in the kitchen and the great big trash can, all that stuff's all been put together, and it's by the, it's by the door, and then I'll have to put it in a big can and roll it out the door. No, all that little stuff that I don't appreciate on a day-to-day, those are the things that when she's gone, then I'm like, oh, shit. Don't take your wives for granted, guys. Especially if they do all that domestic stuff. Like if you have a housewife, like I've told my wife, like she doesn't get paid for any of that stuff. I could not pay her for what it's worth. Like I don't have enough money. Like if she, that's a fucking hard job. I mean, just taking care of the kid and stuff. I am working on a new logo with the guy. I'm not sure when I'm gonna do it. He offered to do it for me for free, and I might have a website. Have your wife pick up some Japanese stuff. I'll send you the cash. Probably not. She's gonna be so busy picking up just the stuff that we need. There's a couple things I'm gonna have her get me, but most of the stuff that you would want, you can probably get it online about the same price. That's what we're starting to notice now. Instead of paying the shipping to send it, it isn't actually any cheaper. We were looking at that this year. Only thing she's really worried about sending is rice. It's not the price of the rice, it's the fact we just can't get rice that's as good. So crap, you know what I just realized? I gotta check the note on this. I don't remember what this guy wants this up to as far as grit. I might just take it to 8. And then take it to 8, and then I'm gonna talk to this guy and see what makes the rice different. Well, I'm getting ready to work on your stuff there, Nugget. Your stuff still needs sharpened. What makes the rice different is it's a different grade of rice. It tastes different. It's just different. It's better. It's so much better. It's sake grade rice. So I'm gonna finish this and start, but I'm working on a ZT that I cut a sharpening notch in and then he's sharpened. I will. Give me a second, and this is about to be. This is 800. It won't take me very long to finish this. This is S35VN. I just didn't. My other stones aren't wet, so I'm just doing on the Venev stones, even though they don't like to cut it as they load up. I'm gonna have to clean them off anyway. So. Peter, did you send me the rest of the cash so that I can send that stuff off tomorrow? I know you sent me some, but I didn't know if you sent me all of it. So we're good? We're all of it? I'll look and make sure. I'll do the math. house again. Fucking dog was playing. The neighbor has got a Rottweiler pup. Okay, yeah, that's, you sent the last 65. Okay. Neighbor has a Rottweiler pup, and they were rolling around in the dirt. Fuck. And then she came in. Now there's fucking dust all over the house. Yakov, your stuff's all done. It's just packed up, ready to go. I'm going to ship it tomorrow. Last time I went to the post office, their computer was... So... it just... I couldn't do international. They couldn't scan it. Their system wouldn't let them generate the shipping labels. They said I could leave it. I didn't feel comfortable with that. So... I... did not do that. It is warm underneath this canopy. Even with a little bit of a breeze. You guys talking about? I have to pay a little bit more attention when I use the Veneve stones. They are harder. They don't have as much give. I haven't gotten used to the feel of them yet compared to the other stones that I use. So they have a little bit of different feedback, because there's a lot more, and I know what it comes from. If you look, let me explain it to you. I'll show you. The matrix that you're sharpening on is much thinner, and it's very hard, because it's a big chunk of aluminum right down the middle. The other one is a Browse T4 satin. This is an older one. This is a 2014. And this is a semi custom. I talked to Jason about this one. There was not a lot of these. This is number... There's 400 of these, but this one is really nice. So I'm selling both of these. I haven't decided for sure on price. I looked them up. These are both ground really well. So I like a stone that has some feedback. Like this stone has a little give to it because it helps my convex a little bit. So it makes it a little easier to do my convex 100% the way I want. But now that I've got used to these stones, it's not that hard, and I am still finishing on these. Yeah, the karambit. It's not necessarily an actual karambit. It's more like a shark's tooth. But I had decided I wasn't going to sell this. I wanted to keep it because I really did like it. I never carry it, and it's just taking up space, and I may as well just get rid of it. So if anybody's interested, get in touch with me. I'm getting rid of it. $5,000. Was that maybe reversed because they're streaming on the phone? It shouldn't be reversed. Does that say Oval Nationals, or is it reversed? Because usually it does not reverse it. It reverses it for me. Reversed? Huh. I didn't think it did. I thought it flipped it. I thought the YouTube algorithm flipped it when it was on the front facing. I could flip it around, but then I wouldn't be able to read you guys' comments. Was that a couple people said stuff? Reversed, you know, still interested. No, you can't ship, still interested, not gonna happen. Damn, yeah, I can't ship to Canada. Norton 4K, I dig into the stone, is it because it's soft? No, you're not digging into the stone because it's soft, you're digging into the stone because you're not maintaining your angle. That's the problem people have with freehand sharpening, and that's, I'm not picking on you, I'm just telling you that's what it is. It's not the stone is soft. This stone is softer than a Norton 4K, guaranteed. And it's 100% that you're getting your angle too high and digging into the stone. It's not because it's soft. This stone is way softer than a Norton 4K. You can actually believe, I've done it before, I can dig into it. Yeah, I can dig into this stone if I really wanted to. I could dig into it with my thumbnail. If I pushed real hard with if it was good and wet. You're one of two things. You're pushing too hard and getting your angle wrong, or you're just getting your angle completely wrong. And I've done it, don't get me wrong. I've got stones in here, I've done it. On my 8,000 grit, we'll pull up my 8,000 grit. You might be able to see where I've nicked it a couple times. I still do it. See? There, especially up near the tip. Aaron, guess what showed up yesterday? Your replacement swordfish. Your best tech. So I will ship that out to you. This 8,000 grit is really soft, and the tip will dig in when you are, especially if you're just working up near the tip of the blade. It'll do it. All these Tricera stones are really soft. But a lot of times that pushing too hard, if you're pushing it all, let the abrasives do the work. You're wearing yourself out. You're wearing yourself out and you're wearing your stone out. That top layer of abrasive is doing all the work. If you're pushing, you're doing premature wear on your hands, because you're going to wear yourself out, and you're doing premature wear on your stone. You don't need to do that much. Oh, this is S35VN. I can only go to, I'm only going to 8,000. That's right. That's what he and I talked about. So S30V, this is S35. So yeah, I just scratched. I'm sweating. I am sweating. Ooh. Sup? Hey, Aaron, I wanted to ask you a question. Since I got you here, I'm gonna shoot you a text too. Those pictures, did it say something about Canada? Do you think that maybe our stuff got confiscated because it accidentally went across the border to Canada? If you take S35VN much above 8,000, it gets cloudy. It's not like it gets dull. It starts to get cloudy, and it doesn't. You're not doing anything by taking it above 8,000 grit. I remember seeing something on it where it said like, I don't know, I'd have to go back through the pictures you sent me. Like it went through like it had crossed the border into Canada, and I'm wondering if maybe our stuff got fucking confiscated. Well, these are my live videos. It was something on the label because you had to pick it up at a UPS store, right? Not the not the post office. Okay, but I mean, I still remember seeing something about Canada in that image. I mean, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. So I bought 2 new strops. These are still the old ones. And I bought 2 bottles of spray. If you guys had any idea how stressful the last few days have been. In the last few weeks, actually. So Isabel had 2 competitions and testing in the last 3 weeks. We have not had a moment's rest. Well, they never sent me the pictures, and I've asked them several times. I actually made stir-fried vegetables and rice last night for supper. So I cooked rice, and I did chicken breast with garlic and sesame seed oil, and then cooked carrots and onions and green and red peppers, and mixed that all up. And then I added a little bit of oyster sauce and a little bit more garlic, and then threw the chicken breast back in, and then served it next to my rice. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it's fucking amazing. Today I think I'm having cereal because I have a lot of work to do. I don't watch other knife channels on YouTube. You know what I watch? I watch like Jerry Springer Show clips and shit that doesn't require any... Because a lot of times I'm just watching YouTube just as background noise while I'm doing other stuff. I don't honestly watch much of anything, to tell you the truth. And when I say I don't watch much of anything, I mean I watch movies and stuff like that. Like I watched Blade Runner last night, the original. I don't follow a bunch of other YouTube channels. I follow like Off the Ranch and Demolition Ranch, and I'll watch those. Like I'll binge watch a few of them, but I don't watch a bunch of other YouTube channels. I watch Birdshot's channel sometimes. Like occasionally I'll sit down and watch some of his videos, but honestly guys, I don't watch other knife channels. Like some of you guys tell me, I was like, oh, you watch this? Nope, I don't. I didn't watch any Blade Show coverage, any of that stuff. Done. Oh, well, almost done. We're almost there. Get this thing pulled out. The reason I don't watch a lot of other channels is I have differing opinions, and I don't choose to watch their channels because, like, not that I would get upset, it's their channel. That's why I don't understand why people get upset when I have a differing opinion than them on my channel. It's my channel. Like, I had a guy get upset. He was like, I did live feed about, like, the Sleece Buoy, and I was like, I don't like the Sleece Buoy. They're upset. He goes, it's a shit knife review. It was 100% based on opinion. I was like, you read the title, right? I said, I don't like it. My channel, it's based on, all these videos are based on my opinion. If you want a fully fact-based knife review, I don't know where you're gonna find it, because they're all gonna be based on opinion. Nick Shabazz, me, Birdshot, they're all gonna be opinion based. And you're gonna hear stuff you don't like about a knife that you do. And so if you're not a person that wants to hear opinion-based videos, then you probably shouldn't follow my channel. And there it is. 8,000 grit on S35 VN, comes out gorgeous. I was really disappointed though when I opened this case and it was not what I thought it was. I was like, oh, what's it gonna be? What one? Like, damn it, it's a ZT. Yeah, I love them knives does, but I mean, still, it's gonna be based on his opinion. There you go, all reviews. Yes, Nathan, that's how I started this business, was straight razors. If you buy a straight razor at any of the, I'll do this one first. This is, at any of the Art of Shaving in San Diego, California, if you buy a straight razor, you get my business card. That's how I started this. This is DS Nuggets. I know it's Nugent. This is his gent that I refinished, black and bronze, as per his request. I'm gonna put that back. I'm gonna look at his, oh, I dropped it. Hang on, I dropped your hanky, Mr. Nugget. And then, now I'm not gonna lie to you, Mr. Nugent. This is a much more expensive. If all you have is negative things to say, Peter, don't say them here. You don't have to say negative things about other people's knives. That's not what this is about. You know, you want to joke and think, I'm not joking right now, Peter. And this was his Sabertooth. Now this one was more expensive because I had to polish to get the broken effect that I wanted. So, and on the blade, well, I didn't have polished blade, but I definitely had to polish handles. And then orange peel. Don't make me ridicule your choices in knives. Because you have a fucking paperweight. What was that, Bradley? Gent is still a gent. Well, I got news for you. I'll take my gent over a lot of knives. So anyway, the reason that this finish is more expensive is to get that broken. Here, let's turn this around so you can get a better look with the better camera. See anything in there? So, that broken look where you can see, like on that blade there, to get that same effect on a handle like I got here, you have to polish it a lot. And so that makes that finish more expensive, significantly more expensive. I had already told Mr. Nugent that that finish is a good bit more expensive than a standard. Ooh. That's more expensive than just a standard blast and tumble. You get a lot of contrast in that. Ooh, it's warm out here. Well, guys, I'm gonna cut this I have a video I am going to shoot today that is, it's a box of knives. It was sent to me by a guy named Brandon Phillips in Louisiana. He sent me an entire box of knives. There is a good bit of cool stuff in there. I'm only going to do a video about like 2 or 3 knives. It's going to be a longer video, so I'm going to try and get it shot and edited today. Not sure how that's going to work out, but I am going to get off of here. I've got to, I got to make a couple phone calls, to tell you the truth, because I've got to get this stuff set up to get my bank account. Now that I have my EIN and LLC number, I've got to get that bank account set up. Like I said, I have these 2 Browse blades. If any of you guys are interested in it and you're not in Canada, because I can't ship these to Canada, let me know and we can work out a price on these. So, all right guys, take it easy. It's been 41 minutes. It's been a long video anyway. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Peter on people's knives. That's my job. Later.